Hello everyone, welcome back to some more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time, a lot happened. Let's see. We talked about, if memory serves, we talked about Sholmes basically lying to Iris for some reason or another about the manuscript being in Windibank's pawnbrokery. And so that same night, maybe a few hours later, Sholmes wakes up to find Gina missing. And so we essentially have to get up and go look for her to find out that she is in Windibank's. So we go in after her. Sholmes gets shot. The thieves get out, and we come to find that Windibank is dead and Gina is in the room with him. Another locked room mystery or something. I don't know. Anyways, after that, we we got questioned, went over to Iris and took her with us, and let's see what else happened. Oh, right, we visited around a few places, and we ended up heading into the Lord Chief Justice's office to pick up Susato, and apparently her father is sick, so she has to go back to Japan. Yeah. Anyways, what else? After that, we came back to Gina's to talk to her with Susato there this time, and as it turns out, she did a few bad things, like, for example, lying in the McGilded trial. Yeah. Copper showed up. Yes, okay, yeah. So, yeah, McGilded basically threatened her into secrecy. Into perjury, essentially, so, yeah. Anyways. With that being said, let's get into it. 2 minutes in already, eh? Alright, now then. Let's do this. So, first off, let's talk about what she saw. First off, the reality of everything. Now, you said McGilded made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Yes, with Mr. McGilded sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud of the car hitting the floor. I let out a little scream, see? Couldn't help it. McGilded heard that and dragged me out by my arm, and that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer what had been stabbed. A disc, all bright and shiny. A disc? Do you mean... Yeah, that's it. The one what the D took off me at Windibank's. So, the music box disc was there, on the floor of the omnibus. Not for long, McGilded spotted it straight away. He picked it up in smartish and stuffed it inside his pocket. So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago, at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder? And the bog trotter told me I wanted to mutter a word of it to no one. Jeez. So did you hear a part of the murder? Because it was so dark under that seat in the cab, I was straining my ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably that was McGilded getting on board. Nah, not only him. Oh, because I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people. That means Mason and him went together. Interesting, okay. Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilded claimed he slept in the carriage ride. Oh god, this voice again. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it. And your own testimony, Gina, supported his. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear them talking the whole time, in low voices. What? What? What were they talking about? Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGilda and the victim knew each other. I see. Okay. So, McGilda was lying, as I suspected. And what happened afterward, exactly? I knew it weren't going to take long before someone raised the alarm and that the bloke had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. Oh, when the cab came to a stop, McGilda told me to hide in the back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The two cars from up top ran off to get the coppers. Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right, and after they'd gone, McGilda asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor?
Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. I'll give you 10 guineas.
A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street? Yup, you got it. It was Winterbanks. The coachee snapped up the money and ran off to pop his coat as fast as he could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. McGilda opened the box under the seat and let me get out of there, but not without conditions. I see. And what were those conditions exactly? For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling a soul, not for anything, about what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. There's more? Yeah, this is the most important thing, he said.
I'm after sending the coachman on a little errand for me, with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? At all?
You asked him to go pop your weasel, right?
Aye, the fiend's taking me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker's hereabouts. And I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand?
What? You want me to have the ticket?
That's right, and I'll come fetch it from you later, sometime within the next 2 months. You have to hang onto it until then. Is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it.
Alright then.
And in case I might happen to be delayed at all, you have to go to the pawn shop, Winterbank so it is, and you have to extend the loan before the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited, and any old fiend could come along and buy it.
But I ain't got that kind of brass.
Here's £5. That should be enough. Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now, if you go against me.
Yeah, I get it.
Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, he'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt.
The coppers?
Aye, they'll come asking you to take the stand in court to testify as a witness. So, let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What it is you might say, and what it is that you won't.
Oh, and then he basically threatened her. And told her basically what to say and how to act and thing. After he'd gone over it all, I packed it. Got as far away from there as I could. He had the pawnbrokers to get in some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark. So, McGilda planned it, which we knew. I mean, it's basically pretty obvious that McGilda was lying the entire time and basically planned out the entire trial the moment it happened. Matter of fact, if he really did kill Blessed Fired Mason, I would go so far as to say he probably planned everything out in advance, maybe. Huh. And coerced Gina into giving false testimony. I bet you're ready to string me up, huh? I lied in that big old courtroom. I told some corkers. The thing is, he said he would make it so we couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with.
What a wicked man.
He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew we had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together.
So you mean Mr. McGildy would have...
In a heartbeat, he could have had the lot of us chased out of there if we wanted. And then where could we have gone, huh? Nowhere, that's where. So, I didn't have no choice. Jeez. Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. But, I'm for it now, huh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. A favor? What? Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial. Huh? If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us. Investigate what? The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see. You what?
Hurley's having a big operation right now, Jenny.
Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright? Sholmes is gonna be alright, right? That is why I want to investigate. For Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything. Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it? Something like that? Mrs. Sato?
Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here.
I don't need no one to stick up for me, though. No lawyer or nothing.
Poor Ginny. She seems so lonely.
Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Windibanks now.
Yes, and perhaps we can come back to visit Ginny when we're done there.
Alright. I guess next up the crime scene. I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now, I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating at Windibanks. Although something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. Huh. Whatever. At least we can investigate the scene now then, I guess. Where were we? We're number 4, okay. So this is a bad luck episode. Oh well. Anyways. The 16th of April, 1:26 p.m. Windibanks Pawnbrokery. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Now to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please?
What is it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Grexy. Here are the representation papers.
Your ladyship! How? Oh! I don't believe it. How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? I salute you. That is good work, that is.
I can see you being very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue.
Lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, yes. I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your ladyship.
Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then?
Do as you please. You know where it happened? Through that door behind the counter.
Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windibank and Gina.
Right, well, I'll be getting back to business then.
Will you be investigating the storeroom as well, Inspector?
If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case the yard needs to investigate urgently.
That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before.
So, what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine.
Come then, let us not waste any time.
Alright, before that though, there are a few changes in here we should probably investigate. Like for example... Oh, I thought we could look at this glass on the floor. Whatever. Anyways, another thing we have to look at those. I think it's up here. There's the article ledger here, and... Huh? What's this? It looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind.
Oh, look on the back. There's some writing. Is there? Oh, show us, Susie. Show us.
Page deposited. Oh, it's the 15th of February, 10:30 p.m.
Article deposited, 1 gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid, £1. Redemption deadline, 15th of April, 10:30 p.m.
A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1. Clearly it was a fine coat. In fact, I think.
Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday.
And is still wearing, which belonged to McGilded. I would never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though.
It seemed Mr. Windibank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have on hand.
But this photograph of a cat, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. Yeah, we have it. Gotten from Gina. Oh, wait a second, I didn't know we can analyze it. Okay, what do we got here? 13th of February, 9 p.m. Deposited 1 small box of 10 shillings, for 10 shillings. So this was like, what, 2 days prior? Interesting. Look on the back of this print here. There's something written on it.
13th of February, 9 p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 13th of April, 9 p.m.
So this photographic print is a redemption ticket?
For an article that was deposited 2 days prior to the incident on the omnibus, it would seem.
Yes, a small box. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
Perhaps it contains some valuable mementos?
I can't help but wondering.
Presumably, Mr. McGilded never redeemed the article in question, since he still had the ticket.
So isn't it possible that the box is still present somewhere in the shop? Well, it has been 2 days. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Got it. Okay. Oh, it replaced it. Okay, whatever.
Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier.
Of course. I was forgetting that she gave us that print.
Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruhodo? Get it out.
Alright. Let the cogs turn. Yes, another stereoscopic print. Now, let's see here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Switch out and look at this for myself so I can see it, obviously. And yeah, so yeah, I mean they're about to talk about the stereoscopic print, so I figured I may as well do this. So yeah, if you want to see it, pause the video now. I'm gonna do the same. And we are back. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I just had to look and see. It's actually really nice. It's like a 3D. It's like a 3D photo of a cat. But it looks like there's like a person in the bushes in the background. That's weird. Anyways.
I've got it! These two photographs hide an amazing secret.
A secret? What does she mean?
You must tell us, Iris, at once. Do you really want to know?
Yes. We need you to tell us all about this pair of photographs. Yeah, it's literally the same thing I just said, so... whatever. Bit early, but I kind of showed you stereoscopic stuff a bit before, so... This... Yeah, what you're gonna see now is literally just a way of doing it that you can do by yourself without, thinging. Without, you know what I mean. So Iris, about these two photographic prints, the one we found here on this Mr. Windibank's counter and the one Gina gave us before. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints?
Actually, that's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
They're not?
Have another look at them now.
Yeah, they're not the same. One's like slightly to the right, like you're looking. It looks like you cover one, you close one of your eyes and you look, and then you close the other eye, and then it looks different, like from a different angle. So, like one's like you see the left one is slightly to the left, like the cat's looking left, while the right one, the cat's looking straight forward.
Can't you see that they're just slightly different from each other?
I think so. It's very subtle though.
But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints?
Ah, well, it's because they're a set, you see.
No, I don't.
This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment.
Ah, a stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before?
Oh, yes. That's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday.
Oh yeah.
You see? There it is, just over there.
Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch.
Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions.
What? Really?
Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you.
She's over the moon. Bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene. We should. It is important. You'll see later it is pretty important, actually. So, let's have her explain.
Have you ever considered, Bruno, how our eyes see depth in the world around us?
Well, I just opened them, and it works.
But the reason it works is because we have two eyes.
2 eyes. Shocking.
If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye, are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye.
Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly.
Exactly. And in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see.
Ah, my brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me.
Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view.
Yeah, literally what I just said. Huh. Interesting.
Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick.
So, if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints?
Yes, Bruno. You're beginning to understand.
And the stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that?
Yes, but as long as you have 2 images, 2 eyes, and 1 brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
You can? Really? It's actually pretty simple to do it. Well, it's simple to do it, but it's hard to kind of see the 3D effect.
Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope.
Have I been saying stereoscope or stethoscope? Whatever.
Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go.
Susato-san really loved this kind of thing.
You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you do that?
Cross my eyes? I think I can.
Watch me and see if you can copy. Make your eyes do this.
Alright, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo?
Okay.
There! How's that?
Wonderful. Now it's your turn, Runo.
The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time.
Not exactly an easy task when 2 people are staring at you cross-eyed. Sorry, it's just whatever.
Alright, that's enough practice. Now, let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at 1 print and slowly crossing your eyes. You should see 2 overlapping images like this. You tried now, Runo.
I'm just gonna have to give it a try, I suppose. Yeah, it doesn't look like that. It looks like it's overlapping, but then what she's missing is the fact that depending on your device, you may have to like bring it farther or closer to your face to actually see the 3D effect. So if you do this on a phone, for example, you'd have to bring it a certain distance from your face while being cross-eyed to be able to see it in 3D, you know? So yeah, you have to remember that. And I like how they do this by showing you only 1 photograph. The next step is what?
Is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until...
Yeah, it looks kind of like that.
they form a new single image in the center.
Yeah, so that's basically it. Let me try this again, because let's try this again with an actual photograph. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's pull up Opera GX. Don't worry, I am not sponsored just yet. Application audio capture. What is this? Sorry, I just saw something on OBS. I was like, wait, what? There we are. So, switch over here. Stereoscopic images. There. So as you can see, there are actually a bunch of images here you can actually use online. So you can just look it up and get it right here. So okay, this is the one I looked at before. So yeah, try looking at this image on like a phone or something like that. Or if you're looking on a computer, I think you might be able to see it. No, whatever. But yeah, look at images like this on a phone or something, and you can kind of like get it from there. Anyways.
Oh, yes! Mr. Naruhodo, it works! I can see it in the middle now! It looks so real! Oh, I could look at it all day!
I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt.
Your turn, Runo. Pretend you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes.
A better idea is to pretend you're looking at like the middle of the pictures and then cross your eyes a bit.
Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle.
Like this, is it?
There! You managed it! So now you know how stereoscopic images work.
Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary.
So, what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Runo?
They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly.
No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky.
Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here. Then set the pair of photographs in this stand at the back and...
It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. Oh, so that must function like a Google Cardboard or VR thing or whatever. Huh. That's pretty interesting, actually.
Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently.
But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them.
But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case.
Stereoscopic pictures. I'd never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. Great, so... I guess let's look over here. I believe this is also the other important thing we have to look at.
Ah, look here. Oh yes, a bullet hole. And I can see the bullet still lodged in the wall.
Presumably Mr. Windibank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time.
Ah, well,
Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that.
Okay. Sorry?
It's all there in the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, you know? Isn't that right, Iris?
ah, did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps.
In jest?
Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime.
He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once.
Forget that for now, Runo. Let's examine this bullet.
So, okay then. What's that around the bullet hole? I don't know. It's maybe it's strawberry jam? No, it's ketchup. Somebody threw some ketchup on the wall. Is it blood? I don't know. A suspicious red stain on the calendar. Oh, no, it's wine. Mr. Windibank was, closing up shop and thought he'd have a drink. Unfortunately, he got too tipsy and tipped the wine onto the wall. Yeah. Okay.
Aha! I may be able to help with that.
What?
There's nothing like the sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Runo?
Ugh. I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris.
I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold.
There you have it. You see? When it comes to blood, we're all different types.
Yes. What a scientific observation.
So, you need this.
Oh no. What is that scary-looking thing?
Hurley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch.
It's green! Oh, the color of the bloodstain has changed.
There! Does it make sense now?
Yes, I think I'm starting to understand.
Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see.
Yes, how wonderful.
The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. So you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at in a flash.
I mean... So, it changes color based on blood type? But what happens if two people have the same blood type? I mean... There's what? 4 different blood types and positives and negatives of each? Meaning what? There's 8 different blood types? So that means there's 8 different combinations. There's at least a chance that... 2 people whose blood types are the same would be together or something. I don't know.
Oh, what a wondrous invention, Iris.
Isn't it? I bet Jeannie would say it's bleeding great.
So, whose blood are we looking at then?
Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood a different color, so... Just find someone whose blood turns the same color, and you'll know who it belongs to, in a flash.
Wow, that's helpful. It's more like 2 flashes, really, isn't it?
1 flash or 2. This could well turn out to be a very valuable clue. So, we must make note of it in the court record.
Yes, so now we have a portfolio of blood samples, basically.
Let's keep testing and adding results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio.
As long as I have Regent left, sure.
Alright, fine. So we'll have to keep an eye out for any blood stains. I think, do we just look at this last so we can get it in the court record, I believe? I'm fairly sure this was here yesterday. It opens out. That's a folding stereoscope, yes. Do they sell that still, I think? Well, I mean, why would they? They don't sell stereoscopic pictures, isn't it? Folding... stereoscope. Oh, snap. This is real, huh? Huh. That is pretty weird now that I think about it. I mean, let me show you guys. Hey, it looks a lot like Google Cardboard or something now that I look at it, you know? Yeah. Like you'd have the two, like it's like a VR system. Like you have the 2 mirrors going into like one central point or something. Maybe that's how VRs do. Maybe that's how VR games give you like depth and whatnot, right? That's really interesting. Okay, let's keep going.
Mr. Sholmes showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used the great big contraption over there.
Oh. Well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself.
I wonder if I can make money out of these in Japan. It would beat keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway. Huh. Okay. I thought we'd get it in the court record or something, but, I guess not? Huh. I could have sworn we had it. Whatever. Anyways. Is there anything here I need to get, or no? The ledger that's open on the counter is enormous. Must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all the hundreds of items in pawn. No, it's an awful lot of work to be able to keep track of all of the writing and names and whatnot. Seriously.
It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me.
But clearly Mr. Windenbeck was very careful when it came to articles in his care. Yes. Well, I mean, he has to be. If he sells stuff unwittingly, he basically dies. Anyways. I guess let's go into the area here.
behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Grexy said.
Yes, and that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door. Why does she even have a gun? What happened? Mr. Winterbank, face down on the floor, with Gina beside him. As the accused's legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruhodo. We must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course. And we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime.
Don't worry. If there are clues in there, I'll find them.
Great. Do we just move? Do we have to click there? Yeah, we have to just move there, okay. Huh. I'm just looking around to see something. People say, okay, whatever. I thought it was something. Anyways, let's move on. th of April, Winterbank's storeroom. Poor Iris. She's clammed up completely. Well, yeah, I mean, she's a 10-year-old in a murder scene. How responsible you are.
Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Winterbank's life was taken in this very room only last night.
Ah! No, wait, Inspector. No, you don't get to walk away like you didn't just make eye contact with us. This is we're Pokemon trainers. We make eye contact. We gotta fight.
What is it now, sunshine?
You took one look at me and tried to run away.
You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped-up little defense lawyer? Do ya? I've never seen her ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her.
So you weren't running away from me. You were running away from a 10-year-old.
I'm afraid this is all a little much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector?
Eh? Don't trouble yourself unduly, young ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you?
Yeah, bro. I don't think that went very well.
Why? Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, sunshine, and I told you not to get under my feet.
Seriously, hey, don't worry, you're not dead. Like,
and we have investigating to do ourselves.
yes. I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say.
Oh, Hurley.
I'd inquire onto how Mr. Sholmes' operation is going. But before that, we should probably investigate the scene, because there's a few glaring things that jump out at us already. Like, for example, this blood stain here. The police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line.
Poor Mr. Winterbank. He was a nice old man.
Well, he was shot just once, through the heart.
Most likely, the fellow died instantly. You wouldn't have felt a thing.
This must be his blood then.
Ah!
I don't like to act at such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps...
Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action.
Ah, so his blood is blue, okay. So,
Now we know the chemical, the color
okay, wow.
The color the chemical turns when it reacts with Mr. Windibank's blood.
And it doesn't match our analysis of the bloodstain we found at the main shop.
No, but let's add this sample to the others we've already collected anyway.
Alright, great. Let's look at the gun. Let's see if how many shots were fired. This is a revolver. A real one.
And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windibank's life.
What's the matter, Susie? You and Runa look like you're about to faint.
Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Windibank with this yesterday, didn't we? Oh wow, yeah, he was. Huh. It must be the same gun. Okay, that means only one bullet was loaded, I think. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand.
Mr. Windibank told us that if he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he?
Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in this gun has been fired.
So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Okay. And the last thing I think we have to look at is this box. The small... Oh wow, yeah, actually, now that I think about it. The small box that was deposited a few months prior. Of all the articles in the storeroom, this is the only one that shows any sign of being ransacked.
Ah!
What is it, Iris?
That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in.
Oh. Iris's unpublished story. The Hound of the Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this... Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, you sold it. Without telling you. Huh.
We must check inside the box at once.
Yes.
What?
It was there. Iris' story was there.
Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? If the story is there, then what exactly did they take out?
Yes. I mean, of course I believed Hurley when he said he deposited here, but still. It's a relief to actually see it.
Really? Okay, that's not a very well hidden frown. Huh. Okay. Alright. Well, that's... Wait, if this is here, then what exactly happened? Why is this open here? What exactly did they steal? Whatever. Is there anything here? Look at all these articles that have been deposited. Well, yeah, it's a storeroom. Did you think, like, seriously? Some enormous paintings. Huh. Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust in here together. Huh. Alright. That, sunshine, yeah, true. Alright, I'm reading myself, sorry. Okay, we're like 50 minutes in. I think this is a good spot to end the episode because we got to talk to Inspector Gregson, and yeah, so yeah, we did a good amount today. Yeah, we did a good amount today. What did we do? Well, we did a few stuff. We mostly investigated around the place, so yeah. Anyways, next time we're gonna talk to Gregson, see what he says, and probably visit Gina one more time, I believe. So yeah. Anyways, I will see you all next time.